Hi guys, welcome back to League Editors, and today I will be showing you that how to animate your player on Scratch. So what do I mean? Let me just show you about that. We have our player over here. As you could see, these have a total of 52 costumes, and I will be showing you in this video that how to just animate this player. So let's just begin by just hiding this thumbnail, and let me just tell you for information that I will be uploading this player in a form of this project so that you may get it for yourself as well, this pride, because it looks cool, isn't that? It have even though attacking costumes in which we can attack, and even though walking costumes and idle costumes. So how will we using them? Let's just understand that. Before I move towards that, let me just tell you of one thing, that how I have been naming my costumes. So firstly, there are two parts. This part indicates the player action, and this part indicates the player direction. And this is the according to the Scratch 180 and something like that. Okay, so let's just begin. So when green flag clicked, this size is I guess a bit small. Let's just make it set size to 200%. Oh sorry, 400%. And here we go. This sprite looks enough big, and let's just center it to these. Yeah, now we have just centered it and add a go to front layer, and now let's just make that hide. But before we just hide that, let us just test that perfect as I wanted. Now let's just broadcast a message over here through this block. We need custom block, which is going to be player actions run without screen refresh. And this we are going to add a forever loop, a new custom block, naming it player controls, and run without screen refresh. Now in this we are gonna create two new variables, key x for this sprite only and the key y for this sprite only. Now let's just set key x2 using a OR operator, key up arrow press. Over here you could just add the WASD keys, but I don't need them. I'm gonna just use a up arrow. So now I'm gonna just change x by means key x by negative operator, and let that be a left arrow, and in the first set key x2 we are gonna make it right arrow because it is key x coordinates. So let's just test that. So see this, positive number means a right key and negative number means a left key. But don't you think that it's very slow? Yeah, now that's better. Isn't that an instant response? Perfect. Now let's just do the same things for our key, up arrow and Y arrow. Oh, sorry, down arrow, up arrow and down arrow. Just the same code, set right arrow to up arrow and left arrow to down arrow, and let it be key Y, set key X to set key Y to, and change key Y to by. Now let's just is that positive value means for a up arrow and a right arrow, and negative value means for a down arrow and a left arrow. And up arrow and down arrow will be conducted by this key Y, and the right arrow and left arrow will be conducted by this key X. So let's just see. And that is perfect. Now let's just make our player move around. So let that be a not right now. We will make it move around. Let's just make a new costume. Sorry, new block. Oh, sorry, we don't need that. But now we are gonna add a if then else over here. Now add a or operator. We are gonna make it equal to on both the sides and surround it by a not operator. Perfect. Now we are gonna make it a switch costume to on the first side, and now we are gonna just add key X and key Y over here in this black spaces as you could see, and convert them to 0 and 0, and we are gonna just make that from not to yes, and use a join operator over here, make it idle, and make this one as we will handle that over here. So create not two new variables for right now. We are going to just create a new block right now, naming it player movement, and run without screen refresh. In this player movement script, we are going to just add if then else and make it a greater than operator if key X is greater than 0, and duplicate this if key X is smaller than 0. Smaller than 0, yeah. Now let's just create a new variable, player direction, for all sprites. Set player direction to, if key X is greater than 0, we are gonna set player direction to 90 degrees, 90, sorry, and if key X is smaller than 0, we're gonna set player there to negative and 90 with there for direction. Now let's just duplicate that and make it if key X is greater than, but we are gonna just make that from key X to key Y. Yeah, like this. If key Y is greater than 0, set player direction to 0. Else, set player direction to 180. Clean up blocks and see that result. Actually, player there is not taking place because we have not added it somewhere. So let that be over here. Okay, in this else condition. Okay, so now you could see that we have a proper of that. Wait, why isn't that just switching again? So let's just see this. I am pressing the right arrow, as you could see. What? Now what happened? Hmm. Let's just set player direction over here to 0. Okay. And now let's just test that. When two keys are pressed, then only we. Okay. Oh, I just think so. I got the issue. We are not supposed to make that or, we are supposed to make that and. Sorry for that a bit small mistake. Now you will be seeing a proper direction switching, and that is perfect. And now let's just add another block over here, switch costume to in this, and make a join operator under this player movement script at the bottom and make it walk. And then in this banana we are gonna add a new variable frame for this sprite only, but not right now. We are gonna using that. We are gonna just use a player direction over here and over here. Now that is perfect. Now we are gonna create two new variables. One is frame that we have created right now, and another is going to be base costume for this sprite only. Hide all the variables. Now we don't need that. Now let's just set base costume to costume number and then change frame by 0.3, the speed you want for your costume switching. Perfect. Now we will be just making that give a test, not in the full screen but like that. See this thing, which is perfect. So now let's just move forward towards our final switching. So let's just create a new block for that, naming it go to with a input X and with the input Y, and run without screen refresh. Now let's just clean all those things. Clean up blocks means. Now let's just make it set X2 and set Y2. X and Y coordinates of this go to, and another switch costume to block. And in this we are gonna just make a addition operator, and then on the left side we are gonna add a base costume, on the left side we are gonna add a join block, and then on wait sorry, not join block, but we are gonna add a mod block, and on the right side of the mod block we are gonna add 6, and on the left side of the mod block we are gonna add a floor operator, And in variables we are gonna make add the frame inside the floor. Okay. And now before we just test that, let me just add that one more thing and end that. In this we are gonna add x and y coordinates. And now let's just create a new custom block, naming it paint player and run without screen refresh. Don't forget to tick without screen refresh because that is very important. Go to this extensions and add a pen extension. Erase all and then stamp. Perfect. Now let's just see that. What? Oh, sorry, I just forget to add the paint over here at the bottom. Yeah. Now let's just see our player. And that is a perfect solution. Now as you can see our player is fully animated, but there is a problem. This is not our idle. So how to just manage that? We have this thing to manage that, and firstly if I just add a show block over here, will that make some sense? No way. But I just let me just add that. Okay. No improvement related to that. Super bad. Why? Let me just tell you. In this we have not completed our coding. We are supposed to set our base costume to costume number and set frame to 0. And now you will be seeing our code will work fine, and remove the show block and add the stamp. Click the green flag and we are done. As you could see, a fully animated player. Now one more thing. Let's just come do this over here. In this we are gonna add a change x by and change y by. And test that, but that is not good. You see our player just ran out of there. And that is not good at all. So to just manage that, we are gonna create a new variable player speed for this sprite only. Come to the when we just clicked our green flag and set player speed to the speed you want, the pixels it may move. I want it to be 5. Okay. And scroll it down to this place. Are we gonna make it player speed? No way. Test that. What will happen if you just use the player speed? Not too good idea. But we can handle that. Use a multiplier operator multiplied by player speed and use a key x means key x multiplied by player speed. Duplicate it and use it for the key y, but key y multiplied by player speed for change y by. And now you will be seeing no movement unless and until we move our player. Isn't that amazing? Of course that is amazing. Yep, that is super amazing. But what if I just wanted to move in one direction? So you could just add a if then else over here. Let me just show that to you. Now one by one we are gonna just do that. Okay, now in this we are gonna make it if, and over here we are gonna make equal to if key y is equal to 0. And let's just duplicate this for here, and let's just make it duplicate for here but convert it to key x. But don't you think that will make weird things? So to just manage that, we are gonna use a different code. If in this we are gonna make a equal to if key x equal to 0. Let's just test about that for the right arrow. No movement. Okay. So we are gonna just make that um, I think that if key x is smaller than 1, no sense. So actually I don't think so that it will work, so let that be work moving in diagonals. Or you could use a key presses, that if not any key press and if not that key press, but I don't want that, so I'm not gonna effort over there. Now you could see our animation and everything is working fine. But what about the sword animation? Now that is a topic. So in this, remove this if then else and create a new variable for that, naming it sword for this sprite only, or you could name sword animation or anything you like. Now let's just make it set sword to coming to this key and duplicating it and making it key space pressed or any key you want for that. Okay, now let's just make another if then else and put this in this else condition and make it if sword equal to true, and then we are gonna just put them in the bottom and yeah, cleanup blocks. And now in this we are gonna add, duplicating this, switch costume to attack and B. Attack B, clear direction, and let's just change frame by 0.3 or speed. And now let's just put that in this cleanup blocks and see, smash the green flag. And perfect. Just the thing is that we have to do that. Okay, so now how to just do that? Because the animation stops in between, we are going to create a new custom block for that, naming it sword animation, and run without screen refresh. And just pop those scripts under there and add that sword animation in this sword equal to true. And I hope that this may be our conclusion. Not yet. So we could just add a repeat until loop, making it not and key space pressed. Let's just try about that. No way. Okay, and making it to this something. Okay, no quite conclusion. So repeat until block is not the conclusion we want. Hmm. So I could just use a repeat loop of 5 for that, I think. But that is not good at all. Okay, so we could actually just do one thing. Drop in a wait and convert to wait 0 seconds. And add that over here. Perfect. I think so that, no, not a big confusion. So how to just do that? I think that we are going to add this over and I guess that you will have to just press the space key for attacking, or you could just change it to 0.5. Change frame by 0.5. Try that. Not a good, but we could just do that once something. Okay, yeah, I know that. I could just add a when key space pressed, and I could just add this wait 0 second in the sword. No way. And now let's just make that wait until not key space pressed. Wait until not key space pressed. No way. So how to just make that a conclusion? I think that you will just have to do that. Oh, sorry, but you will have to just keep pressing the space key until you want to use the sword, because I am not able to do that. Wait. Wait until. Okay. That's not a great idea. Wait. No, that is not good at all. Let me just check my costumes. Attack B and then a direction and a frame. Perfect costume naming, no doubt of that. Now, how to just do that? Oh, I just think so, I know. Repeat 5 and then drop that and make it wait 0 seconds. Perfect. Oh, sorry. But there is no way I could just fix that. So you will just have to click this until you want. and tada, we are able to attack as well. And perfect animation. So guys, thank you for watching this video and I hope that you enjoyed it.